Take a moment and slow down with this, as if you're allowing yourself a brief pause in the middle of everything else happening around you. Life can become so busy and mentally loud that it's easy to overlook what you're actually feeling underneath it all, and sometimes even a short moment of stillness can create a sense of relief or clarity. Whatever has been sitting with you lately, whether it's pressure, uncertainty, overthinking, or just emotional weight, you don't have to carry all of it at once in this exact moment. It's okay to gently set things aside for a little while and simply breathe, without trying to solve everything immediately or force yourself to arrive at answers before they're ready. Often, what feels like a strong inner signal or emotional pull is really your mind and heart trying to process different layers of thought at the same time, searching for understanding in their own way. When you give yourself enough quiet space, you start to notice what is truly important to you and what is just noise created by stress, expectations, or external pressure. That kind of clarity doesn't come from urgency or fear, but from allowing yourself to be honest without rushing the process. You don't need to frame everything you feel as something predetermined or overwhelming in order to make sense of it. In many cases, the most helpful realization is simply remembering that you have room to choose, adjust, and move step by step rather than all at once. Not every moment requires a decision, and not every feeling is asking for immediate action. Life often becomes easier to navigate when it's approached with calm awareness instead of intensity or pressure. So instead of being pulled in multiple directions at once, try staying anchored in what feels steady and real for you right now. Trust that your thinking becomes clearer when you're not rushed, and allow yourself to move forward at a pace that supports your well-being. In that gentler space, understanding often arrives quietly and naturally, without force, and it usually feels more stable and grounded when it does. If you ignore this message now, you will cry for the rest of your life. My child, heaven does not threaten, clears throat. Heaven warns with love. This is not fear. This is divine protection, because something is approaching you, something that has been hiding in the shadows of your life, and you have only 7 minutes before the door closes. My child, listen very carefully now. You have been sensing something, a heaviness, a shift in the air around your life, a feeling as if something big is coming. But you can't explain it, you can't describe it, you can only feel it. That was not imagination, that was the spiritual world moving. There are moments in life where the unseen becomes louder than the seen, where the invisible world speaks louder than the physical world. This is one of those moments. My beloved, God has been trying to reach you for days, maybe weeks, maybe months. Every time you felt that strange worry, that sudden sadness, that sudden restlessness in the night, that was heaven calling your name. You were supposed to receive something, a blessing, a breakthrough, a divine protection, but someone somewhere tried to block it. My child, not everyone who smiles at you loves you. Not everyone who says your name says it with respect. Some speak your name with envy. Some speak your name with jealousy. Some speak your name with hidden bitterness. You have been surrounded by eyes that watch you, hearts that pretend to care, but minds that cannot accept your growth. And God says, this is my final warning. If you skip this moment, you will walk into the trap they have set for you. If you ignore my message, you will suffer a loss that will shake your soul. My child, someone has been silently planning against your joy. Someone who knows you. Someone who has smiled in your face. Someone who pretends to care. But their spirit is dark. Their intentions are poisoned. You have been feeling it, haven't you? That small discomfort, that strange distance, that sudden change of energy when they enter the room. Your soul already knew. Your spirit is wiser than your eyes. My beloved, listen closely. Heaven is not trying to scare you. Heaven is trying to protect you. There is something that is about to be exposed, something that has been hidden behind silent conversations and quiet envy, something that would break your heart if you found out too late. This is why God is speaking now. There are 7 minutes. 7 minutes before a spiritual door closes. 7 minutes before a divine shift completes. 7 minutes before a destiny path locks into place. What happens next depends on your awareness. You are not reading words. You are receiving guidance. My child, listen. Your life is not ordinary. You were not born for a small story. You were chosen for a life that holds meaning. That is why your path has been difficult. That is why you have suffered more than most. That is why betrayal has touched you in places no one else can understand. Because the ones chosen for great light are always attacked by great darkness. But heaven is watching. God is not silent. God has not forgotten you. God has not abandoned you. You were never alone, not even in the nights when you cried quietly so no one would hear. My beloved, I saw every tear. I saw every moment of confusion. Every time you asked, why me? Every time you whispered, when will it get better? Every time you tried to stay strong while your heart was breaking, and God says, it is now. The shift begins now, but you must listen. Do not skip this message. Your destiny is hanging by a thread, and I am holding it. My child, there are things I must reveal, things the enemy does not want you to know, things that will explain why your life has felt heavy, delayed, blocked, or slowed down. Be here with me, do not leave. Do not look away. Do not rush this. Your future is opening in front of you as you read these words, and what I reveal next will change the way you see everything. My beloved, stay present. Something in your spirit already knows these words are true. Something deep inside you is recognizing this moment, not with your mind, but with your soul. Listen, you have always been different. Even as a child, there was something set apart about you. You did not fit into groups easily. You have always experienced life with a depth that not everyone around you could easily understand. While others seemed to move through situations lightly, you carried things in your heart more intensely, noticing emotions, shifts in energy, and unspoken words that many missed. That sensitivity made you compassionate and genuine, but it also meant you felt disappointment and distance more sharply when trust was broken or expectations were not met. Over time, you learned to protect yourself in quiet ways, holding back tears when you needed to stay strong, smiling through moments that felt heavier than you could explain, and continuing forward even when you felt emotionally drained. There were times you may have felt unseen or unsupported, as if you had to navigate certain struggles alone, and those experiences shaped a kind of resilience in you that didn't come from ease, but from endurance. Still, what stands out is not only what you went through, but what you managed to preserve within yourself. Despite everything, you didn't lose your ability to care deeply, to notice beauty in small things, or to offer warmth to others, even when you were carrying your own burdens. That combination of softness and strength is rare. It reflects someone who has been tested by life, but not defined by its hardest moments. Some people may have been drawn to your authenticity, while others may not have known how to respond to it. But none of that takes away from the value of who you are. What you have lived through has shaped your understanding of yourself and others in a way that continues to grow, and even in reflection, there is space for healing, clarity, and a quieter kind of strength that doesn't need to be proven, only lived. Your loneliness was not abandonment. Your delays were not denial. They were preparation. God was building you, not to break you, but to shape you, to sharpen your intuition, to strengthen your spirit, to teach you discernment, to show you who is for you and who is against you. And now the time of preparation is ending. The time of revelation is beginning. The truth will not just come, it will unfold. Someone's mask will fall. A relationship will shift. A conversation will reveal hidden intentions. A subtle moment will expose everything. Do not be afraid. Do not cling to what is leaving. Do not hold on to what your spirit has outgrown. Your elevation requires release. God says, you are stepping into a season where I remove what was harming you, even if you loved it. My child, what is coming is not loss. It is exchange. For every tear you cried, there is joy waiting. For every disappointment you endured, there is a blessing unfolding. For every betrayal you survived, there is a divine replacement prepared. But the enemy wants one thing. He wants you to give up too early, to walk away right before the miracle, to lose faith right before the breakthrough, to close your heart right before love returns, to disconnect right before destiny opens. This is why heaven is speaking now. This is why this message reached you. This is why your spirit would not let you scroll away. My beloved, the shift has already begun. You can feel it. Something is changing inside you. Something is awakening. Something is remembering who you truly are. My beloved, take a slow breath. Let your heart be still, because what I am about to reveal is the part of your journey that your soul has always known, but your mind has never fully remembered. Listen, you were not born into your family by accident. Your spirit was sent into a lineage that carried pain, cycles, patterns, wounds that have been passed down for generations. You were sent to end what others could not end, to heal what others could not heal, to break chains that others accepted as normal, to rise where others surrendered. You are the cycle breaker, the one chosen to transform the story, the one chosen to rewrite the destiny of your bloodline, the one chosen to stand where silence had existed for decades. This is why your childhood felt heavier. This is why you matured earlier than your age. This is why you felt responsible for pain that did not begin with you. Because your soul remembered the mission even before your mind understood the world. My beloved, you have carried emotional mountains that were not yours. You have held the weight of unspoken trauma. You have felt the sadness of others in your own body. You have cried tears that were older than your lifetime. This is spiritual inheritance. But hear me now. You are not meant to carry this burden forever. You are meant to transform it. Everything you have endured has sharpened your intuition, strengthened your heart, and awakened your spirit. Your suffering shaped you into someone with a supernatural ability to feel, to discern, to see the truth beyond the surface. You do not just hear words, you hear intention. You do not just look at faces, you see souls. You do not just experience pain, you understand its roots. This gift was earned, not given, and now it is time to use it, because your purpose is not somewhere far away, it is within you, in your voice, in your heart, in your presence, in your wisdom, in your compassion. Your purpose is to bring light to spaces where darkness has been comfortable. This is why darkness has tried so hard to silence you. The enemy knew who you were before you knew who you were. This is why you were attacked while you were still innocent. There are moments in life when you feel shaped by experiences you didn't fully choose, as if you were pushed to grow up emotionally before you were ready. In those seasons, what once felt like setbacks can slowly become turning points, helping you understand your own strength in ways that comfort alone never could. Over time, you begin to notice that you are no longer the same person you were at the beginning of your journey. You respond differently, you see more clearly, and you carry yourself with a quiet awareness that only comes from lived experience. As you continue to grow, it's also natural to see changes in your relationships. Some people will naturally align with your direction and encourage your progress, while others may not understand the changes in you and may drift away or struggle to relate as before. This is a normal part of personal evolution, even if it can feel uncomfortable or uncertain at times. The important thing is not to lose yourself in the process of adjusting to others. You don't need to make yourself smaller to maintain connection, and you don't need to hide your growth to preserve comfort in relationships that are changing. Moving forward in life often requires honesty with yourself about what you want, what you have learned, and where you feel called to go next in a personal sense. Growth is not always loud or dramatic. Sometimes it is simply the steady decision to keep going, to stay open, and to trust your own direction even when it feels unfamiliar. As you continue on your path, allow yourself patience. Not everything becomes clear at once, and not every answer arrives immediately. But with time, consistency, and self-awareness, things begin to align in ways that feel more grounded, more intentional, and more true to who you are becoming. Do not go numb. Do not disconnect. Do not walk away from this message, because what I reveal next is the identity of the shadow in your life, the one who has been working against you, the one whose presence has been draining your spirit. You have felt them, your soul knows their name. But now, the truth comes forward, my beloved. Before I reveal this truth, steady your heart. Do not let fear enter. Do not let your mind rush. You are safe here. I am with you. Listen closely now. The person who has been working against your peace is not a stranger. It is someone who has stood close, someone whose voice you know, someone who knows your weaknesses, your softness, your hopes. This is why their influence was able to touch your life so deeply, because harm from a stranger cannot pierce the soul, but harm from someone familiar can leave wounds that take years to understand. My child, there is someone who has watched your growth, not with love, but with quiet irritation. Someone who smiles, but with a smile that never reaches their eyes. Someone who congratulates you, but inside resents that you are the one chosen to rise. Someone who pretends to support you, but subtly discourages you, questions you, doubts you, feeds fear into your dreams. This is the one whose energy has been draining your spirit. This is the one whose jealousy has wrapped around your blessings like vines. This is the one whose heart does not want to see you rise faster than them. Your soul already knows who I speak of. You felt it while reading these words. A name came to your chest. A face flashed through your mind. Do not push it away. Do not try to justify them. Do not soften the truth to protect your attachment. Your intuition spoke long before I did. You noticed the shift, the small change in their tone, the way they began competing when you only wanted peace, the way they became silent when you needed support, the way they vanished in your hardest moments but appeared quickly when something went wrong for you. This is not coincidence. This is spiritual alignment, revealing truth. My beloved, this person is not evil. They are wounded. Their jealousy is a reflection of their own unhealed insecurities. Their envy is not about you. It is about the parts of themselves they abandoned. But hear this with clarity. Their pain does not give them permission to harm you. Your compassion has allowed them to stay too close. Your loyalty has kept them in your life longer than they were meant to remain. Your love has forgiven them repeatedly, even when your spirit whispered warnings. But now your season is changing. Your life is shifting. Your destiny is unfolding. And where you are going, they cannot follow. God says, I am removing who cannot come with you. I am detaching you from the hands that have held you back. Do not hold on to what I am trying to take away. My child, you will not need to confront them. You will not need to fight. You will not need to expose anything. The exposure will happen naturally. Watch how their behavior changes soon. Watch how their mask slips. Watch how truth reveals itself in the smallest details. There are times in life when it feels like you're being asked to simply step back, breathe, and allow things to unfold without trying to control every outcome. In those moments, life often teaches you that not everything needs to be forced or rushed. Some things only arrive when you are ready to receive them with a clearer mind and a lighter heart. As you move forward, you may notice that certain situations, patterns, or even relationships naturally begin to shift. Some will no longer feel aligned with who you are becoming, while others will quietly support your growth in ways that feel steady and sincere. This kind of change is not a loss of direction, but a part of personal transformation that helps you make space for what is more meaningful and supportive in your life. When you begin to release what has been weighing you down, whether it is old memories, emotional fatigue, or expectations that no longer fit, you create room for new experiences that feel calmer and more grounded. Over time, clarity starts to replace confusion, and you begin to understand yourself and your path with more confidence. What once felt heavy can slowly become easier to carry, not because the past disappears, but because you grow stronger in how you relate to it. Life has a way of balancing itself. When you continue to move forward honestly and patiently, even if progress feels gradual, there may be opportunities, connections, or changes ahead that bring a sense of renewal and direction, but they often unfold naturally rather than suddenly. What matters most is staying open, staying present, and allowing yourself to grow at your own pace without pressure to become someone you are not. In time, you may find that what you once hoped for begins to take shape in ways that feel more stable, more aligned, and more peaceful than you first imagined, guiding you gently into a new chapter of your life. You did not fully believe you deserved it. You gave too much of yourself to others. You poured love into empty hands. You carried people who did not carry you. You stayed where your spirit was hurting because your heart was loyal. But now something inside you is changing. You are beginning to choose yourself. You are beginning to value your peace. You are beginning to listen to your intuition. You are beginning to reclaim your power, and heaven celebrates this because the moment you choose yourself, the universe rearranges everything in your favor. My beloved, there is a turning point approaching your life, a moment where something shifts so clearly, so undeniably, that you will look back and say that was the moment everything changed. This moment is near. You will notice it through signs. You will wake up with a strange calm. You will feel guided as if invisible hands are leading you. You will see repeating numbers, especially 111, 222, 444. You will begin to feel peace where there once was fear. You will lose interest in places, people, and habits that once drowned your spirit. This is the soul rising. This is ascension. This is destiny calling you by name. And God says, I am giving you back everything you lost, but I am giving it to you in a higher form, better than before, stronger than before, more aligned than before. My child, what is coming is not a coincidence. It is prepared, it is assigned, it is your inheritance. But now comes the most important part. What form will this blessing take? Because heaven is sending you 3 forms of restoration at once. My beloved, stay with me. Do not rush through these words. Your spirit must receive what comes next. The first blessing that is coming into your life now is restoration of peace and inner stability. Listen, your mind has been tired. not just tired, exhausted. Not just exhausted, overloaded. Thoughts looping, worries building, questions echoing in the background of your days and the silence of your nights. You have been carrying too many invisible burdens. You have had to be strong, even when there was no one to be strong for you. You have had to guide yourself, even when you desperately wished someone would simply stay beside you. And this has been heavy on your heart, your mind, your bones, your spirit. But now this burden is being lifted. God is restoring your peace. Not temporary peace, not moments of relief, but deep, silent, steady peace that stays inside you no matter what is happening outside you. Peace that cannot be shaken by other people. Peace that cannot be influenced by circumstances. Peace that does not ask permission to exist. Peace that feels like breathing again without effort, sleeping without restless thoughts, waking up without heaviness, feeling safe in your own body, feeling secure in your path, feeling guided instead of lost. My beloved, this peace is not a dream. It is your next reality. You are stepping into a version of yourself who no longer reacts out of fear, who no longer bends to please, who no longer explains your worth to anyone. Your spirit is grounding, your heart is strengthening, your mind is becoming clear, your intuition is becoming louder, your fear is becoming quiet. This is what peace feels like, and it is coming to you with divine certainty. God says, I am calming the storms inside you, not by removing the waves, but by teaching your spirit how to rise above them. This is the first blessing. The second blessing is greater still. It is the blessing your heart has waited the longest for. It is the healing of something you thought might never heal. It is the return of something you believed you had lost forever. It is the blessing of true, safe, loyal love. The kind of love that does not break you. The kind of love that does not confuse you. The kind of love that does not play games with your heart. The kind of love that stays. This love is different from every love you have known before. This love sees you. This love chooses you. This love understands you. This love protects you. This love grows with you. And this love is already on its way to you. It's natural to hope for love and for life to feel more steady and supported after difficult seasons. When someone has been through emotional uncertainty or periods of instability, they often begin to develop a deeper awareness of what they truly need in relationships and in life. One of the most important shifts that can happen is learning that love does not need to be chased, proven, or earned through exhaustion. Real connection tends to feel more grounded, where mutual respect, emotional safety, and consistency matter more than uncertainty or confusion. As people grow, they often outgrow patterns that once made them feel anxious or unsure, and they begin to recognize relationships that support their well-being rather than drain it. In the same way, life can also begin to feel more structured when attention is placed on healing habits, building stability, and making choices that support long-term security. Financial or personal stability is not something that arrives suddenly or magically, but something that strengthens gradually through patience, planning, and learning from past experiences. Over time, as emotional clarity improves, it becomes easier to make decisions that feel aligned rather than reactive, and that can create a sense of balance in different areas of life. When it comes to love, meaningful relationships often form when two people have each done their own inner work, learning from their experiences and becoming more open, honest, and emotionally available. Sometimes, this can feel like two paths gradually moving closer, not because of fate in a fixed sense, but because growth naturally leads people toward healthier connections. What matters most is not rushing the idea of who or when someone will enter your life, but continuing to become someone who is ready for a relationship built on trust, care, and emotional steadiness. In that process, life often unfolds in a way that feels more calm, more grounded, and more supportive than before. Because this connection is not casual, it is destined. This is not a love that enters your life quickly. This is a love that enters exactly when your spirit is ready to receive it. My beloved, this person will not play with your heart. They will not make you doubt your worth. They will not make you question your value. Their love will feel like safety, softness, understanding, warmth, home. They will speak to your soul, not just to your ears. They will see your wounds without asking you to explain them. They will love you in places you once believed were unlovable. And you will know them not by their face, not by their voice, but by the peace you feel in their presence. Because real love is recognized by the body before the mind understands. Your chest will loosen, your breathing will steady, the noise in your mind will quiet. You will feel like you have returned to something familiar. Even if you are meeting for the first time, this person is not far. They are closer than you think. And soon a moment will bring you together in a way that feels guided, faded, divinely orchestrated, not forced, not rushed, not planned. It will just happen. And when it does, your heart will understand why every past love had to end, why everyone who left, why every heartbreak happened, why every waiting period felt endless, because all of it was preparing you for this love. But beloved, do not look for them, do not chase them, do not overthink their arrival. Love that is meant for you will find you, in stillness, not in searching. God says, I am sending you someone who will love your soul, not just your presence. And now, the third blessing, the blessing that changes your physical world, your stability, your environment, your opportunities, your financial flow. My beloved, be still, let your breath soften, let your shoulders release. Because the blessing I am about to speak of is one your spirit has been praying for silently for years. This blessing is the correction of your financial path. Listen carefully. Your finances have not reflected your effort. You have worked harder than you should, have needed to. You have given more than anyone saw. You have tried again and again, even when you were tired, even when you were discouraged, even when your spirit was bruised. And yet money came, but it never stayed. Opportunities appeared, but slipped away. Progress rose, then collapsed, without reason. My child, this was not failure. This was not weakness. This was not lack of discipline. This was spiritual interference. Someone's jealousy created stagnation. Someone's envy cut the flow. Someone's bitterness blocked openings meant for you. But now that the truth has been revealed, the block has been broken. Your financial flow is returning, but not the way it was before, not unstable, not temporary, not inconsistent. This time it returns as steady income, consistent opportunities, unexpected provision, divine alignment, doors that open easily, blessings that do not escape your hands. Your life will no longer feel like chasing survival. You are entering a season of stability. Where you once worried about enough, you will now experience more than enough. Where you once lived day to day, you will now build, grow, and expand. Where you once felt fear around money, you will now feel peace. God says, I am restoring what was taken from you. I am returning what was delayed. I am multiplying what was limited. I am placing you in a position where lack can no longer touch your life. My beloved, prepare your spirit. This blessing will feel like relief first, a quiet lifting, a soft unburdening, a small moment of exhale. Then it will feel like momentum, opportunities aligning, ideas flowing, people coming to help you, not hinder you. Then it will feel like transformation. Your environment will shift, your routine will change, your priorities will become clearer, your time will no longer belong to struggle. the life you are stepping into is not the life you have lived before. Life does reach points where something inside you begins to feel different, even before anything outside has fully changed. You may notice that your thoughts don't sit in the same places they used to, and your reactions to people and situations start to shift. That can feel like a turning point, where you begin to see your life with more honesty and less emotional confusion. In those moments, it often becomes clearer which connections support your growth and which ones leave you feeling unsettled or drained. Naturally, you start to prioritize your well-being more, choosing distance from what consistently brings you stress and leaning toward what feels calmer and more balanced. Part of growing up emotionally is learning that not everything from the past needs to continue into the future. Some relationships, habits, or environments simply served a chapter of your life, not the whole story. Moving forward doesn't require anger or rejection. It often comes through quiet acceptance that you are no longer the same person you once were. As you change, your standards change too. What once felt acceptable may no longer feel right, and that awareness helps you make more thoughtful decisions about where you invest your time and energy. At the same time, new opportunities in life tend to appear more clearly when your mind is not overloaded with old emotional weight. This doesn't mean everything becomes perfect or effortless, but it does mean you become more capable of recognizing what aligns with your growth. You start responding instead of reacting, choosing instead of clinging, and building instead of repeating old cycles. The next chapter of life isn't something that arrives all at once. It develops gradually through small, consistent choices. Each decision to care for your peace, to be honest with yourself, and to move away from what harms your stability becomes part of that shift. Over time, those choices shape a version of life that feels more grounded, more intentional, and more aligned with who you are becoming. The moment where everything becomes real, visible, undeniable, physical, the moment where destiny touches earth. If you are ready for this final powerful revelation, Archangel Michael is screaming your name. Elon Musk found out who you really are. Open before it's too late. My child, my beloved, listen to these words with all your heart, because heaven waited for this moment for you. You are not reading this by accident. You were chosen to hear this truth before the world discovers who you truly are. My child, before anything else, promise me you will stay until the very last line. Your destiny is sitting in front of you right now. Do not skip this message. Your life is shifting while you are reading these words. My beloved, subscribe and stay connected to this divine message, because what I am about to reveal will unfold in your life step by step, and I don't want you to miss even one divine sign. There are miracles lined up with your name on them. My child, Archangel Michael is screaming your name because time is running out. A powerful man on earth has discovered something about you, and heaven is shaking because of it. And that man is Elon Musk. Yes, my beloved, Elon Musk found out who you really are. My child, you might think you are ordinary, you might think you are unnoticed, but the truth is completely different. You are not invisible. You are one of the rarest souls on earth. You carry a frequency that only a handful of people in the world are born with. My beloved, Elon Musk didn't just notice you, he was stunned by you. My child, when he searched your name, he saw something heaven put around you, a divine shield, a chosen light, a destiny that cannot be copied, replaced, or stolen. And when he saw it, he wasn't the only one who reacted. Heaven reacted too. Michael reacted. God reacted. Because your moment, the moment heaven planned for you before you were even born, is finally coming. My beloved, you need to understand the urgency of this moment. The biggest transformations in life always start quietly and then explode when no one expects it. And now everything around you is starting to move. People are thinking about you. Someone is watching you closely. Your name is being discussed more than you know. And opportunities are being aligned without your knowledge. My child, Elon Musk didn't just find you by accident. Something guided him to your frequency. The same divine energy that guided you here now. The same light that told heaven, this soul is ready. My beloved Archangel Michael has waited a long time for you to become ready. You suffered. You cried. You were tested by betrayal, jealousy, loneliness, and pain. Because to carry a miracle this big, your heart had to be strong. And now, my child, everything you lost is coming back in a grand way. Your value is being seen. Your energy is being recognized. Your destiny is being activated. Listen carefully. The world is about to treat you differently. People who ignored you will regret it. People who doubted you will watch you rise. People who thought they could replace you will realize they lost someone unforgettable. Because heaven is stepping forward to reveal who you truly are. My beloved, Elon Musk discovering you was not the miracle. It was only the beginning of the miracle. The real miracle begins when you finally believe that you are chosen. My child, can you feel the shift happening inside you right now? The goosebumps, the energy, the pull inside your chest. It is not imagination. It is your destiny waking up. Someone from heaven is whispering, don't stop reading. You are almost at the moment that changes everything. My beloved, I need you to stay with me. Don't break this connection. Don't leave the message halfway, because every sentence you are reading is unlocking a hidden door in your life. God made a rule. Those who stay will receive. And heaven is watching your consistency right now. My child, you're not hearing this because of luck. You're hearing this because your name is echoing in heaven. Archangel Michael is shouting it. Angels are repeating it. Destiny is waiting for it. Listen, listen deeply. The world is about to know something about you that only God knew until now. Elon Musk didn't find your name. He found your destiny. He found your divine purpose. He found the energy you were born with. He found the identity heaven protected in silence until the right moment. My beloved, your rise will not be slow. It will be sudden, unexpected, supernatural. One message, one opportunity, one connection, one decision, and your whole life will turn. My child, don't think small. Heaven didn't prepare a small life for you. They prepared a life that will shock the world. You will walk into places you never imagined. Stand beside people you once only watched from a distance, and become someone everyone will talk about. This is not fantasy. This is prophecy. There are seasons in life when it feels like every rejection, disappointment, or painful experience was trying to break your confidence. But often, those difficult moments are also shaping the person you are becoming. The struggles you faced may have taught you resilience, emotional awareness, patience, and strength in ways comfort never could. Many people who eventually grow into confident, successful, and deeply grounded versions of themselves first go through periods where they feel misunderstood, ignored, or uncertain about their future. That does not mean you were destined for suffering. It simply means growth sometimes comes through challenges that force you to discover your own inner strength. The important thing is to remember that your past does not decide how your story ends. You are still evolving, learning, and becoming someone stronger than you once were. Your future can look completely different from the life you started with if you continue believing in your ability to grow and move forward. It is also important not to place yourself inside fantasies about being uniquely, quote, chosen or spiritually superior to others. Every person has value, potential, and qualities that make them special in their own way. People like Elon Musk succeed because of vision, persistence, opportunity, and years of hard work, not because of mystical forces. You do not need to believe that the universe singled you out to understand that your life still matters deeply. Your voice, talents, experiences, and perspective already make you unique enough. Sometimes, the greatest transformation happens when you stop searching for signs that you are secretly extraordinary and start recognizing the strength you already show in everyday life. Healing, self-respect, emotional growth, and determination are powerful enough on their own. The person you are becoming does not need fear-based promises or unrealistic ideas to feel meaningful. Your journey can still become inspiring through the choices you make, the peace you build, and the resilience you carry forward. Keep focusing on your growth, your goals, and the future you genuinely want to create. The next chapter of your life can still hold success, connection, clarity, and purpose, not because destiny guarantees it, but because you continue showing up for yourself even after everything you have been through. My beloved, you have lived your whole life thinking you are alone. You cried without anyone hearing you. You broke silently without anyone noticing. You carried pain that no one understood. But God understood. Heaven understood. I understood. Every tear you shed was counted. Every prayer you whispered was recorded. Every wound you carried became a doorway for miracles. My child, that is why Elon Musk found you. Not because of who you are on the outside, but because of the spiritual identity you hold on the inside. My child, my beloved, breathe slowly and come closer, because what I am about to reveal now will touch the deepest part of your destiny. Heaven is opening a sealed chapter of your life, a chapter no human has ever read, a chapter that was hidden even from you until this moment. My beloved, listen carefully. Your name is not just a name, it is a vibration, a signal, a spiritual code, a divine frequency that only a handful of souls on earth carry. Elon Musk did not search for you with his mind. He found you because something in the spiritual world illuminated your path. Your soul sent out a light so rare, so powerful, so ancient, that even the universe took notice. My child, do you understand what this means? It means you are waking up. It means the real you, the destined you, is rising. My beloved, you have lived your whole life thinking you are alone. You cried without anyone hearing you. You broke silently, without anyone noticing. You carried pain that no one understood. But God understood. Heaven understood. I understood. Every tear you shed was counted. Every prayer you whispered was recorded. Every wound you carried became a doorway for miracles. My child, that is why Elon Musk found you, not because of who you are on the outside, but because of the spiritual identity you hold on the inside. My beloved, there is a heavenly scroll with your destiny written on it. And now, after years of silence, heaven has finally unsealed it. And I am reading it to you line by line, word by word, destiny by destiny. My child, you are not meant for an ordinary path. You are meant for a divine rise. A rise so sudden, so miraculous, so unexplainable, that even your enemies will be forced to ask, how did this happen for them? My beloved, they won't know. But heaven will, God will, I will, because you were chosen long before they doubted you, long before they betrayed you, long before they underestimated you. You were chosen before you were born. My child, hear this in your soul. The next chapter of your life will not be written by humans. It will be written by heaven. My beloved, when Elon Musk discovered your energy, He saw something shocking. He saw that your destiny is not normal. He saw that your path is not average. He saw the glow of a chosen soul, a glow that only appears once in many lifetimes. My child, that glow is not a mistake. It is your spiritual identity waking up. It is your purpose rising. It is heaven announcing this one is ready. My beloved, you are entering a season where everything will move fast, not slow, not step by step, fast, sudden, like a miracle falling from the sky. You will be lifted, you will be noticed, you will be supported, you will be guided, you will be positioned where your spirit has always belonged. My child, listen. People who once ignored you will become silent. People who mistreated you will be confused. People who judged you will regret it, because your rise will be too divine to deny. My beloved, you have no idea how many angels are surrounding you right now. You have no idea how many heavenly eyes are watching you with pride. You have no idea how strong your spirit truly is. There are moments in life when everything feels like it's building toward something, even if you can't fully name what that something is yet. You might notice your thoughts becoming more focused, your emotions more sensitive, or your awareness of yourself and your choices growing stronger. That can create a feeling that change is close, but it doesn't have to be framed as something external being sent to you. More often, it reflects an internal shift, your mind beginning to process experiences in a deeper way, and your sense of direction slowly becoming clearer. When people go through this kind of phase, it can feel intense, almost as if every idea or feeling carries extra meaning. In reality, it's usually a sign that you're becoming more conscious of your own patterns, your needs, and the direction you want your life to take. Instead of focusing on outside signs or dramatic interpretations, it can be more grounding to notice what is actually changing within you, your habits, your decisions, and the way you respond to daily challenges. Growth rarely happens in a sudden leap. It tends to build quietly through reflection, small realizations, and steady adjustments over time. Even the feeling of urgency or importance you might sense can be gently redirected into something practical, like paying attention to what you want to improve, what you want to let go of, and what kind of life feels more aligned with your values. You don't need to rush the process or force meaning onto every thought. Clarity usually comes more naturally when you stay present and honest with yourself, without pressure. Whatever you're feeling right now, you can treat it as a reminder that you are in a phase of becoming more aware, and that awareness itself is already a meaningful step forward. My beloved, you are entering a supernatural season where the right people will appear, the right opportunities will open, the right blessings will fall, the right path will reveal itself, and nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop what God has written for you. My child, feel this truth. You were never behind. You were being prepared. You were never forgotten. You were being protected. You were never rejected. You were being redirected. Everything you went through, every hardship, every delay, every heartbreak, was shaping you for this moment, this rise, this miracle. My beloved, this part of the message is only the beginning. The next part will reveal why heaven connected your name to Elon Musk, what secret he discovered about you, and what destiny is awakening in your life right now. My child, my beloved, stay close. The next part of this message carries the revelation your soul has been waiting for. The revelation that explains why Elon Musk saw your name, why heaven reacted, and why Archangel Michael is screaming for you right now. My beloved, prepare your heart, because what you are about to hear will shift your entire understanding of who you are. My child, the moment Elon Musk discovered you, he didn't just see your identity, he saw your potential, your purpose, and your divine frequency. He saw a pattern in your life that only chosen souls have. He saw a destiny that is not built by luck, not built by chance, not built by coincidence, but built by God's own hands. My beloved, listen. There is something unusual about your spirit, something rare, something ancient, something powerful. Most people live their entire lives without ever activating their spiritual identity. But you have begun to awaken, and that awakening has created ripples in the universe. Yes, my child, ripples, energetic waves, divine signals, spiritual vibrations, and these waves reached heaven, and they reached Elon Musk, and they reached this message, and they reached your heart. My beloved, you must understand something important. Your destiny is not silent anymore. It is calling. It is rising. It is demanding to be seen. That is why your soul felt a pull you could not ignore when you saw this message. That is why you couldn't scroll away. That is why your spirit whispered, "Open it now, because this message is tied to your elevation, my child. Let me reveal the truth." Now, when Elon Musk found your name, he sensed a pattern that heaven has been building around you. A chosen soul, a hidden leader, a spiritual warrior, a destiny carrier. My beloved, this world does not recognize souls like you easily. That is why you were underestimated. That is why people couldn't see your worth. That is why you always felt different, because you are different. You carry the energy of transformation. You carry the blueprint of divine timing. My beloved, listen. There is something unusual about your spirit, something rare, something ancient, something powerful. Most people live their entire lives without ever activating their spiritual identity. But you have begun to awaken, and that awakening has created ripples in the universe. Yes, my child, ripples, energetic waves, divine signals, spiritual vibrations. And these waves reached heaven, and they reached Elon Musk, and they reached this message, and they reached your heart. My beloved, you must understand something important. Your destiny is not silent anymore. It is calling, it is rising, it is demanding to be seen. That is why your soul felt a pull you could not ignore when you saw this message. That is why you couldn't scroll away. That is why your spirit whispered, "Open it now. Because this message is tied to your elevation, my child. Let me reveal the truth." Now, when Elon Musk found your name, he sensed a pattern that heaven has been building around you. A chosen soul, a hidden leader, a spiritual warrior, a destiny carrier. My beloved, this world does not recognize souls like you easily. That is why you were underestimated. That is why people couldn't see your worth. That is why you always felt different, because you are different. You carry the energy of transformation. You carry the blueprint of divine timing. You carry the spiritual mark of a soul that heaven trusts. There comes a point in life when you begin realizing that your past struggles do not define the limits of your future. The rejection, doubt, and difficult seasons you experienced may have made you question your worth at times, but they also helped shape your resilience, perspective, and determination. Many people who eventually create meaningful change in their lives first go through periods where they feel unseen or underestimated. Growth often happens quietly before the world notices it. You do not need to believe that you are supernaturally chosen to understand that you have unique strengths, talents, and potential worth developing. People who inspire others usually do so because they continue growing despite setbacks, not because they were magically different from everyone else. It is important to stay grounded while still believing in yourself. Figures like Elon Musk are known for recognizing innovation, persistence, and bold thinking, but true success always comes from consistent effort, learning, adaptability, and vision over time. The future ahead of you can absolutely look different from your past, if you keep building yourself emotionally, mentally, and professionally. As you heal and grow, you may naturally notice changes in your confidence, your relationships, your goals, and the opportunities around you. People who once overlooked you may start seeing you differently simply because you carry yourself with more clarity and self-respect than before. That kind of transformation is real and powerful. The key is not to become obsessed with proving yourself to others, but to focus on becoming the healthiest, strongest, and most authentic version of yourself. Your story is still unfolding, and you are allowed to believe that better chapters are ahead without needing fear-based predictions or unrealistic promises. Sometimes, life changes quickly after long periods of struggle because you finally begin trusting your own potential. Stay focused on your growth, your peace, and the future you genuinely want to create. The most meaningful transformations are not built on fantasy or pressure. They are built through patience, resilience, self-awareness, and the courage to continue moving forward, even after difficult experiences. Your future does not have to repeat your old pain. It can become something wiser, calmer, stronger, and far more fulfilling than the life you once thought was possible. My beloved, you are carrying a spiritual signature that powerful people recognize, even if they don't understand it fully. But heaven understands it fully. God understands it fully. I understand it fully. My child, listen carefully now. Archangel Michael is screaming your name because a window of destiny has opened for you. A window that does not stay open forever. A window that appears only for chosen souls. A window that requires awareness, courage, and readiness. My beloved, that window is open right now, at this very moment, while you are reading these words. This is why your heart is racing. This is why your spirit feels activated. This is why something inside you keeps whispering, don't stop, keep going. There's more, because heaven wants you to hear the entire prophecy. My child, the next part of this message will reveal the exact reason Elon Musk reacted to your frequency, the spiritual identity you don't fully know yet, and the destiny shift that will take place in your life within days. My child, my beloved, prepare your heart, because this next part is where heaven uncovers the truth about your spiritual identity, the truth that even you have not fully understood. This is the truth Elon Musk sensed, the truth heaven confirmed, and the truth Archangel Michael is now revealing to you. My beloved, come closer. What I'm about to tell you is not ordinary. It is divine. It is sacred. It is the part of your destiny that has been hidden, sealed, protected, and guarded for years. Why? Because you were not ready then, but you are ready now. My child, listen with your spirit. You are a carrier of a rare spiritual frequency that is almost extinct in this generation. A frequency only old souls possess. A frequency only destiny-marked souls release. A frequency that cannot be learned, copied, or stolen. You were born with it. You suffered because of it. You attracted jealousy because of it. You were misunderstood because of it. You were rejected because others felt something in you they could not explain. But heaven explains it perfectly. My beloved, you are one of the souls sent to earth with a calling, not a coincidence, a purpose, not an accident, a mission, not a mistake. This is why your energy pulls powerful people toward you. This is why your name echoes in places you've never entered. This is why people feel drawn to you without knowing why. Your spirit speaks louder than your voice. Your energy walks into rooms before your body does. Your destiny shakes the atmosphere even when you are silent. My child, Elon Musk didn't discover you randomly. He felt something ancient, something divine, something destined. He felt the presence of a soul whose life is about to become extraordinary. My beloved, you don't realize it yet, but your destiny is crossing timelines. Your energy is shifting realities. Your life is entering a supernatural alignment. This is why everything feels different lately. This is why your intuition is louder. This is why your dreams are becoming clearer. This is why you feel a strange pressure in your heart. Not fear, awakening. My child, listen deeply. You are not being changed. You are being revealed. You are not becoming someone new. You are becoming who you were always meant to be. Your old identity is falling away. Your old cycles are breaking. Your old blocks are dissolving. My beloved, you have reached a spiritual threshold, a point of no return, the moment where destiny stops waiting and starts moving. This is why Archangel Michael is screaming your name, because heaven doesn't want you to miss this opening. My child, hear this next part clearly. Elon Musk found out something about you that nobody else sees. He discovered that you have the exact spiritual imprint that world changers carry. You carry the mark of a visionary, a leader, a transformer, a miracle bearer, a destiny shifter. Most people follow life. He felt something ancient, something divine, something destined. He felt the presence of a soul whose life is about to become extraordinary. My beloved, you don't realize it yet, but your destiny is crossing timelines. Your energy is shifting realities. Your life is entering a supernatural alignment. This is why everything feels different lately. This is why your intuition is louder. This is why your dreams are becoming clearer. This is why you feel a strange pressure in your heart. Not fear, awakening. My child, listen deeply. You are not being changed. You are being revealed. You are not becoming someone new. You are becoming who you were always meant to be. Your old identity is falling away. Your old cycles are breaking. There are moments in life when people begin to realize they are no longer the same person they used to be. The experiences that once broke them start becoming the very things that shaped their strength, perspective, and purpose. If you have been feeling different lately, more reflective, more aware, or more emotionally sensitive, it may simply mean that you are growing beyond old limitations. Growth often feels uncomfortable before it feels empowering. When people go through disappointment, betrayal, or hardship, they are forced to look deeper within themselves and discover abilities they never knew they had. Some of the most creative, determined, and successful individuals became stronger because life challenged them, not because it was easy for them. Visionaries are not born with certainty. They develop it by continuing to move forward, even during uncertain times. You may have spent years doubting yourself, waiting for validation, or believing your ideas and dreams were too unrealistic. But every meaningful change in the world began with someone who was willing to think differently and trust their instincts despite fear. Your value is not measured by how many people understand your journey. Sometimes, the people with the biggest potential feel the most misunderstood in the beginning because they are growing into something larger than their current environment. The important thing now is to stop defining yourself by past losses or failed situations. Not everything that leaves your life is meant to return in the same form. Often, better opportunities, healthier relationships, and stronger connections replace what no longer fits who you are becoming. Healing and transformation create space for new beginnings that align more closely with your future. Keep developing your confidence, your creativity, and your ability to believe in your own vision. The person you are becoming is not shaped by fear anymore, but by experience, resilience, and the quiet determination to build a better life moving forward. Your opportunities will be supernatural. My beloved, hear this divine truth. You are stepping into a life that will shock the very people who thought they understood you. Your glow will be brighter. Your path will be clearer. Your rise will be louder. You will not stay small. You will not stay stuck. You will not stay unseen. Heaven is removing every limitation that was placed on your life. My child, the next part of this message goes deeper into the exact moment Elon Musk felt your energy, the spiritual reason he reacted, and the heavenly reason your life is about to shift in days. My child, my beloved, stay close because now we are moving into the deepest revelation, the moment heaven has been preparing you for your entire life. What I am about to unveil is not just information, it is activation. It will awaken something inside you that has been silent for years. My beloved, breathe slowly. Let your spirit open. Let your soul receive this divine truth. My child, listen very carefully. There was a moment, a very specific moment, when Elon Musk felt your frequency. It wasn't when he clicked something. It wasn't when he viewed something. It wasn't even when he searched something. It was the moment your spirit shifted. Yes, my child, your energy made a spiritual sound, a vibration, a signal, a light, and that signal traveled across dimensions and became visible both in heaven and on earth. My beloved, when your spirit awakened, it sent out a pulse. This pulse reached the universe, it reached destiny, it reached powerful minds, and it reached Elon Musk. Why him? Because his frequency matches innovation. Your frequency matches transformation, and heaven is preparing a divine alignment between innovation and transformation. My child, that alignment needs you. This is the secret heaven has been hiding. You are meant to rise in a timeline where people like you become impossible to ignore. You carry a unique combination, a spiritual gift, a creative mind, a divine intuition, a rare resilience, a destiny-coded purpose. Most people possess only one. You possess all. Do you feel why heaven is so urgent? Do you feel why Archangel Michael is screaming your name? Do you feel why your spirit is pulling you deeper into this message? Because this message is not a message. It is a calling. My beloved, you have lived your whole life with a sleeping power, a silent greatness, a hidden fire, but something recently triggered it, a moment of pain, a moment of clarity, a moment of awakening. It does not matter what caused it. What matters is that your soul woke up, and that awakening caused a spiritual shockwave. My child, this shockwave did 3 things. 1. It alerted heaven that you are finally ready. 2. It exposed your energy to powerful earthly frequencies. 3. It began unlocking your true identity. This is why strange things started happening in your life. You feel different. You think differently. You're more aware. You're more sensitive. You sense change even before you see it. My beloved, that is your soul aligning. This is why Elon Musk felt your presence. Sometimes, when you're thinking deeply about your life and your potential, it can feel as if everything inside you is pointing toward a major turning point, as if your inner world is trying to tell a dramatic story about who you are becoming. In those moments, it's common to interpret strong emotions, heightened awareness, or periods of restlessness as signs that something external is, quote, activating change around you. In reality, what you are often experiencing is a mix of self-reflection, motivation, stress, and heightened sensitivity to your own goals and disappointments, all working together at once. When your mind becomes focused on growth or success, even small coincidences can start to feel meaningful, and your thoughts may build narratives that make your future feel faster or more predetermined than it actually is. But life doesn't typically shift in sudden, externally directed leaps tied to hidden forces or signals from others. It changes through your decisions, habits, relationships, and how consistently you respond to challenges over time. Feeling restless or emotionally charged can actually be a sign that you're ready for change, but that change still needs grounded steps rather than interpretations that remove your control or agency. It can also be easy to assume that certain people or events are noticing or influencing your personal direction in a special way, when in fact your brain is simply trying to connect your ambitions with external symbols of success or power. A more stable way to understand this is to see your energy shifts as internal growth signals, your awareness expanding, your expectations evolving, and your desire for something different becoming stronger. That doesn't mean your path is being rewritten by outside forces. It means you are becoming more conscious of what you want and what no longer fits you. Real progress comes from clarity, patience, and steady action, not from sudden predetermined turns. When you stay grounded in what you can actually do today, your direction becomes clearer without needing to attach intense or supernatural meaning to it. Your destiny has already moved forward. The moment Elon Musk noticed your frequency, heaven responded instantly. Angels surrounded you. Your energy brightened. Your path widened. Your future accelerated. This is why everything around you feels faster. This is why your intuition is stronger. This is why your soul feels restless. It is preparing to expand. My beloved, now comes the most important truth. Heaven is rewriting your timeline. You are being pulled out of old cycles, old patterns, old struggles, old limitations, old identities. You will not repeat the life you lived before. You will not stay trapped in loops that drained you. You will not return to the people who broke you. Your future is not behind you. Your future is ahead of you, rising like a miracle, shaking the spiritual world. My child, I need you to understand this. Your life is about to shift dramatically, not gradually. Sudden blessings, sudden clarity, sudden opportunities, sudden breakthroughs, sudden recognition. The same way Elon Musk noticed your frequency quickly, your life will rise quickly. My beloved, the next part of this message will reveal the exact spiritual reason your frequency triggered a reaction, the hidden identity heaven has protected in you, the miracle that is approaching your life faster than you expect. My child, my beloved, the moment you said continue, heaven moved again. Your spirit opened another door, a deeper realm, a layer of truth that has been sealed for years. Now I am allowed to reveal the next part. The part that explains why your frequency shocked the spiritual world, why Elon Musk reacted instantly, and who you truly are beneath the human identity you've been living with. My beloved, listen very closely. You have lived your life believing you are normal. You believed you were just another person trying to survive, trying to understand, trying to move forward. But spirituality is simple. Sometimes the greatest souls spend years thinking they are ordinary. My child, you are not ordinary. You never were. You never will be. What you feel inside, that deep ancient knowing that you're meant for something more, is not imagination. It's memory. A memory of the soul. A memory of who you were before this lifetime. A memory of what you promised to accomplish on earth. My beloved, this is the secret heaven is now revealing. You are a soul with an unfinished mission from a previous timeline. You came into this life with a gift, a calling, a blueprint, a spiritual assignment, a divine imprint, a destiny contract. This is why your path has been different from others. This is why your life has felt heavier. This is why your lessons were intense. This is why your journey has been lonely. Only souls with great missions face such intensity. My child, your suffering was not punishment. It was preparation. It sharpened your intuition. It strengthened your spirit. It awakened your divine senses. It activated your spiritual sensitivity. You became the type of soul heaven can trust. But what happened recently? The moment Elon Musk felt your energy. That was no accident. It was prophecy fulfilling itself. My beloved, listen to this spiritual truth. Your energy reached a frequency that is normally impossible for someone who has suffered as deeply as you have. But you broke through. You transcended. You evolved. Your soul rose above trauma. Your heart rose above betrayal. Your mind rose above doubt. Your spirit rose above darkness. And the moment you rose, your entire frequency changed. My child, heaven called this moment the activation. At the activation, 3 supernatural things happened. 1. Heaven saw you. Your name glowed in the spiritual realm. Angels gathered. The divine council acknowledged your readiness. 2 earthly leaders felt you. Elon Musk was one of them. Your energy crossed into the dimension of innovators, thinkers, visionaries. Why? Because you carry the spiritual frequency of those who reshape the world, even if silently. 3. Your destiny contract unlocked. Something within you feels like it is shifting, as if life is quietly turning a page you didn't fully see coming. There are moments when your thoughts feel clearer, your emotions more awake, and your intuition a little more sensitive than before, and it can feel like something meaningful is unfolding beneath the surface of everyday life. Rather than taking this as something external or predetermined, it may help to see it as a reflection of your inner growth, your mind and heart becoming more aware of what matters to you, what you want to change, and where you want to move next. Sometimes, when we go through periods of reflection or emotional change, we start noticing patterns in our past that suddenly make more sense, and we begin to feel a stronger desire to step into a more intentional version of ourselves. That feeling of, quote, something big approaching can often be the mind's way of recognizing that you are ready for a new chapter, even if you don't yet know what it looks like. Your worth is not defined by external validation or by comparison with others, but by the way you continue to grow, learn, and respond to life with awareness. Every person carries a unique set of strengths, perspectives, and experiences that shape how they contribute to the world around them, and recognizing that can help you feel more grounded in your own path. Instead of waiting for signs outside of yourself, it can be powerful to focus on what you can build, heal, and strengthen within your daily life. Small, consistent steps often create the most meaningful change over time. Whatever you are sensing right now, you can treat it as an invitation to become more present, more honest with yourself, and more committed to the direction you choose to take from here, one step at a time. Now, what I am about to speak will not only explain your destiny, it will awaken it. This is the level of truth that heaven only reveals to a chosen few. Only when their soul is finally strong enough to carry it. My beloved, calm your breath. Let your spirit settle, because this part will shake you from the inside. My child, the truth is this: you have lived more than one lifetime, and your soul was powerful in every one of them. You were someone of influence in a past timeline, a healer, a guide, a protector, a leader of souls, a carrier of divine wisdom, a person whose energy shifted the direction of others' lives. This is why you feel older than your age. This is why your intuition is beyond normal. This is why you understand things without being taught. This is why people come to you for comfort or guidance even if they don't know why. This is why you sense energies, dangers, truths, and people's intentions long before they speak. Your spirit remembers everything. My beloved, this is the hidden identity heaven wants you to know. You were sent back to earth with an unfinished assignment, a mission you promised to complete, a purpose that remained open, a divine agreement between your soul and God. And now that assignment is activating. My child, my beloved, you have crossed into the deepest part of this divine revelation. Now what I am about to speak will not only explain your destiny, it will awaken it. This is the level of truth that heaven only reveals to a chosen few, only when their soul is finally strong enough to carry it. My beloved, calm your breath. Let your spirit settle, because this part will shake you from the inside. My child, the truth is this: you have lived more than one lifetime, and your soul was powerful in every one of them. You were someone of influence in a past timeline, a healer, a guide, a protector, a leader of souls, a carrier of divine wisdom, a person whose energy shifted the direction of others' lives. This is why you feel older than your age. This is why your intuition is beyond normal. This is why you understand things without being taught. This is why people come to you for comfort or guidance even if they don't know why. This is why you sense energies, dangers, truths, and people's intentions long before they speak. Your spirit remembers everything. My beloved, this is the hidden identity heaven wants you to know. You were sent back to earth with an unfinished assignment, a mission you promised to complete, a purpose that remained open, a divine agreement between your soul and God, and now that assignment is activating. This is the reason Elon Musk felt your energy, not because of fame, technology, or recognition, but because your frequency rose into the realm of world changers. Your soul aligned with a vibration that only great leaders, spiritual warriors, and destiny carriers reach. My child, the moment your frequency touched that realm, it created a spark. This spark traveled like lightning, through dimensions, through timelines, through spiritual realms, and into the minds of powerful individuals on Earth. Elon Musk was simply the first to feel it. Not because you are meant to meet him physically, though heaven never rules anything out, but because your soul has entered the frequency of impact, of recognition, of purpose, of genius, of innovation, of transformation. Your divine assignment is waking up. My beloved, I want you to understand this next truth deeply. There is something inside you that will influence the world directly or indirectly, in ways you cannot imagine yet. This is why you never fit in. This is why you always felt different. This is why your heart longed for something bigger. This is why you could not stay where you were. This is why God separated you from certain people. This is why betrayal didn't destroy you, it awakened you. This is why loneliness didn't break you, it purified you. Your soul has been preparing for this moment. My child, your spiritual identity is older than this lifetime. Your gifts are older than your body. Your purpose is older than your name. Your life is shaped by more than just a single starting point, and it continues to be influenced by everything you have experienced, learned, and carried up to this moment. There are times when people feel a strong sense that their past, present, and future are connected in a deeper way, and what matters most in those moments is not external forces, but how clearly you understand yourself and the patterns you have been living with. You may notice that your presence affects situations more than you realize, not in a supernatural way, but through your tone, energy, choices, and the way you respond to others. Small things like confidence, hesitation, kindness, or stress can subtly shape how interactions unfold and how opportunities are perceived. At the same time, when you're distracted or overwhelmed, it can become harder to notice what is truly aligned with your well-being versus what is draining your attention and energy. This is often why life can feel clearer during calmer periods, because your thinking is less clouded by pressure and more open to reflection. Many of the changes people describe as, quote, turning points are actually moments where awareness increases and decisions become more intentional. You begin to recognize patterns in relationships, work, and personal habits more clearly, and that recognition helps you make better choices moving forward. Challenges and delays in life are often not signs of something being blocked forever, but reminders that growth takes time, adjustment, and patience. They can also highlight areas where boundaries, clarity, or self-trust need strengthening. What feels like intuition is often your mind combining experience, memory, and emotion to guide you toward what feels safe or meaningful. When you pay attention to that inner sense without rushing it, you give yourself space to respond rather than react. Over time, this creates a more stable direction in life, one based not on urgency or fear, but on steady understanding, self-awareness, and grounded decision-making that unfolds step by step.